got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake. Play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them.
Stiff arm, spin move, end zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. With a stiff arm, spin move, end zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe on with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field.
about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coerce. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about your to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium. And the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 59 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Simba Webster. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
At their own 20-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Eric Armstead.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
First down.
Now Goff on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Third Cup.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still looked towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019. Runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Los Angeles.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brought down back.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Brown. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brown, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football. Game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pettis now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
It's 3rd and 1.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Got his target, Samuel. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 60 yards. And the 49ers have now... taking the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Rams 7. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Down.
Out of the gun, gone. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On first down, it's gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. But once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to... strike quickly for 6. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Good. Makes the score Niners 21, Rams 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Webster on the return.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5. At the 30.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
33 yards on the play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Goff fakes the give to Brown. He'll throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing again is Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
A gain of 7.
First down L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, it's Brown. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Malcolm Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pettis now on the return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
San Francisco.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. On the return comes Webster. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Brown. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Jimmy Ward.
On 3rd down, Brown. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the...
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st down, Brown. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Brown. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Here we go on 4th. Gone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On first down, it's Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle end up making the play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for the Niners. 89 yards. Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as a bigger threat. And look at that wide open space. And he rumbled for big-time yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Rams, 14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
1-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return comes Webster. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverage.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel.
Don't want none.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's built private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with us or what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat.
Tonight on EA Sports.
talk, all the hype, but the pastest prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper.
Cooper on the return.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt.
The handoff to Kareem Hunt.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Kareem Hunt.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pitch.
Now they try the right side here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down now, it's
the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Baker Mayfield.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Being chased out left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Good for
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Panthers.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 35.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin with a run by Davis. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Return. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired and they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good.
A good pick up there at 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns get a score closer.
Lining up for the
until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Kevin Johnson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
They go again with Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Greedy Williams on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's caught. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater runs through the contact. Then he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Mayfield on 1st down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Complete to Kareem Hunt.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good for A.
Mayfield with it once more. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And again, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that third touchdown.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Parkey adds the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Joey Slide.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
And heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The 1st down carry for Davis. And some room to maneuver. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Davis with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Davis. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Peoples-Jones returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass intended for Odell.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Mayfield picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. And Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Trey.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
After the game, I was even more sore than I expected I would be. I suppose that should have been a sign that the news I'd be getting from Coach wasn't great. The news was devastating. Especially since I'd worked so hard to come back from this injury once. But because I'd come back once, I knew that with the cautious approach, I could come back again. I don't think I've ever been as nervous for the regular season as I was when I returned from injury. I felt like a rookie again. Only this time around, I knew I had even more to prove. The thought of never stepping on an NFL field was all the motivation I needed to not only get back, but to be even a better leader than I ever had been.
GGG.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Minnesota Vikings. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you actually have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down.
The pass.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack his second sack of the afternoon. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here comes Cohen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Jacobs brought him down.
They give to Nixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Going deep this time for Miller.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
Come on with it, man.
Cole Kmet with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
The
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Vikings nothing. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's got Bennett. And look at this. Big game by Fuller. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Recovered by Chicago.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
He was brought down by Zach Bourne. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 5. This throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 29 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And it's up and good. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Their own 34-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. There. Smith catches left side. Well, it's out. Smith lost it. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Chicago.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. He's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run, Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down and a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Ridley, 10 yards on the pickup.
Now a run with Cook. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 37 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now. Okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row. We're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
A gain of
plenty of excitement in this stadium and all throughout the league as we kick off another NFL season, and there's no shortage of storylines to keep an eye on across the NFL. But, Charles, what has you most intrigued about this matchup we're about to see?
Well, it's almost embarrassing to admit because it's essentially low-hanging fruit. But I'm as eager as everyone at home to see the return of one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is good. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 10.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Their own 31-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The 36-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Hopkins now for the end. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense.
And got his man complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards on the play.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose ball. This is picked up by the Bears.
Recovered by the kicking
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears add on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in the NFC South. Tampa Bay paying their yearly visit to Atlanta. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one, all even, as they play the visiting Carolina Panthers.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be.
I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The line of scrimmage.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Cohen. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And I would imagine as a receiver you get 1 touchdown, that's great. 2 really good, 3 amazing. You get 4. Yeah, well, he's had 4. I don't know what else to say. It's been impressive. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Well, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down, Bears.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Again, it's Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going up top for Miller. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk... about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Vikings 14. Dustin Hopkins set to kick.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. His throw incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now look at this. Big gain by Fuller. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Chicago.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They'll try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch.
The pass.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of 18.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now he'll pull it down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At the 36-yard
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun. Bear. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Byer. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2.
To throw on 2nd down. There. This one brought in by Jefferson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. Makes it hard to defend.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Meyer setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun. Bear. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now left side on the swing pass. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Meyer will find Swift out of the backfield. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback takes.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Joe Mixon. The
ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The quarterback
opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Couldn't ask for a better start to the season than this one, and don't want to put too much stock in it, but a week 1 win really in the return for a quarterback that they weren't sure would ever get back to what he once was.
And you and I both know there's going to be a lot of debate about whether or not he was looking better today than he has in the past. But what's not up for debate, they won the game. And in the process, I do think he made a lot of people question whether or not he'd be able to come back as a starter. Look just a little bit foolish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend